You have one more name that you want to talk about. This is the guy that I know you've liked because he was where you started your
Yep.
profiles.
That's true. That is where I started. And one quick last thing on the prep guys, just to cap it off, because I like revisiting how the rankings shift. Billy Carlson currently number 3 on the consensus board. Kason Cunningham number 6. Eli Willits at number 9. Like you said, very little to choose between them. I think there's a good shot all 3 of those guys go in the top 10. Certainly the first 2. But yeah, one more guy I wanted to quickly cover. We haven't talked much about college hitters, and this draft class is a mess for college hitters. They just have not sorted themselves out yet. There's a lot of power dependent profiles with like questions about the hit tool. Aiva Arquette is currently number 2 on the consensus board, shortstop who transferred from the University of Washington to Oregon State. And stands out because of the frame mostly. He is like a Carlos Correa size shortstop. He's like 6'5", extremely athletic, explosive, does a ton of damage on contact, some of the most legit power in college baseball. He still has a little bit of some questions around the hit tool there. Chases a little too much and gets a little too aggressive sometimes. But he also has a good track record on the Cape, in the Cape Cod League, which is a wood bat league, which is a strong indicator for college prospects. And he's definitely someone who's ascended a little bit since preseason. I think he's like holding his own so far this college season. He's been good, not incredible, but currently number 2 on the consensus board and absolutely worth a mention. Someone I think will be long gone by the time the Twins get around to picking at 16.
Yeah, and I do feel like, and maybe it's not every year, but I do feel like college hitters kind of move their way up, right? As
I
you
do.
can't settle on, if you can't settle on the right high schooler with the price tag being higher, pitchers are touchy with injuries. So far, there hasn't been a ton of them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, College hitters are just they're really the safer demographic that you can get, and so I do think there's um, some truth to Arquette being, if he's just good enough, he's going to get looks in the top 5 for sure. And if he can stick at short long term, which I think at this point the belief is that he could,
Mm-hmm.
uh, there's even more to like about that. So I know you're a fan. I love that profile. Uh, he's going to certainly make a team, make some team happy with his production.
That he is. And so that's kind of a overview of some of the guys who might be in the mix for number 1. I think as we continue through the cycle, we'll dig into like 5, 6, 7 more profiles at a time. I'll be really interested, Jeremy, to do the next batch with you because we'll really cover the spots where a lot of the teams that we cover are picking, and kind of that 14 to 20 range on draft day is going to be like a nightmare for us. I have no idea how we're gonna handle that with
Bush Light.
with
Lots of bush.
writing and
No,
with what?
just Bush Light. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
okay, there you go.
Lots of bush.
Um, but yeah, there's some interesting names in there. I'll be excited to dig in with you.